They're coming to get you, Barbara.
The Fear Central Radio Show. Warning, our content may include spoilers and is intended for mature audiences.
Hey fellow horror fans, welcome to the Fear Central Radio Show. We are coming to you live from our party, as you can hear already. So we're all having a good time. I hope everyone else is having a good time tonight with their parties, if you're having one. Wow, I wish we could have done this video because the look on everybody around here is just like intense.
We're having a great
This
party.
is coming off for now.
Curtsy and his little bow tie.
So what does everybody think is the most important about having a nice Halloween party? Is it
Friends.
Friends?
Friends.
Alcohol!
Food.
Food?
Turds. We need turds.
Turds?
Good
Good turds.
We need some eggnog.
Well, I guess we should go around first and do some introductions. So I am your host, Mike, and we'll just go around this way. Nobody else can see, so...
I'm Monica.
Heather. Or Paul.
Katie. Jennifer. Now I'm Heather and I do not have a cold, thank you. Trey.
Tim.
Julie.
Julie!
Why are y'all waving?
Hi!
I think it's an automatic response.
Huh? Nick and Grandma!
We also got some royal queen waves out of that, too.
Yes, we did. But yeah, friends, family. Well, we're all pretty much family.
Food.
I already
Julie.
said food. You can't have mine, Julie.
I think it works so well like this.
Yeah,
No?
I think it's really important for us to get together just so that our kids can have a family as well. You know, I mean, it's great to see our kids out there playing. All of our kids are different ages. You know, we've got boys, we've got girls, and then, you know,
Dogs.
dogs, and we've got baby dogs. And so, you know, just getting to have a good time with our kids and families and friends.
And we got a tray.
Of course, everyone needs a tray.
Yeah, we need to trade a better.
Not everybody has a tray.
Not everybody has a tray, but everybody needs it.
Yes.
Or we.
I also think part of it is the fun of putting up the decorations together.
Oh yeah.
Pre-party, you know? Because Jennifer and I were here last night putting some final touches to the decorations, and it was
And my
fun.
house without me.
Yeah. We're like, hey, just go on. We got this.
My collar.
Was there alcohol last night, too?
Huh?
Oh
Was there alcohol last night, too?
No.
no,
not so
we were
much.
in deep. We were.
Opportunity.
All right?
I know, right? We were in deep.
Deep in those decorations.
Your son keeps farting live on Facebook.
At least it's fake farts.
That's true.
Just wait till he has a real one while run. You better hope you grab your phone.
We got Cooper all Spider-Man'd up.
Describe your Halloween costume.
Oh yeah, everybody needs to say what we
Yeah.
are for Halloween.
Oh yeah.
I'm a serial killer.
He is a serial killer.
I am actually a character from a little children's book because I work at an elementary school, so I am the rainbow fish.
Rainbow fish. We got twins over here.
Yeah, we went as Waldo and Winda from Where's Waldo, but they're psychotic killers. One does the killing, the other one does the burying.
There you
It's
go.
amazing too.
Hashtag
awesome.
relationship goals.
Hashtag make me vomit.
If you can't be psycho killers together, what?
Stop commenting on our Facebook status, Heather. Post something sweet for anniversary, like, stop it.
I've been married a long time, I can say that.
Right?
True.
I'm a math scientist, and my name is Jennifer. I forgot that part, you know.
I'm Sam from Trick or Treat.
Yep.
I have the full on mask and everything is amazing.
Yep.
About 17 if we could fit in this costume, though.
I want to fit in that costume.
What?
Come on, let's go.
You say? Go.
I'm a deer Snapchat filter, and I'm Shelby.
I'm a U.S. Army Commando.
Oh gosh, you're
You
about
are?
to be in the
Actually,
end.
you're
The Black Swan.
No, he's a
Black Swan.
He's Natalie Portman?
It's a horrible costume.
Then what are you?
I'm Crowley
No, this is
from
Crowley.
Supernatural.
Oh, you're
Hello, darling.
We also have a Star Lord, and
Ooh.
we have a vampire. We have kitty cats,
We have kitty cats,
We got a referee.
Oh,
a referee,
a Ghostbuster,
a bog monster,
An Ursula.
an Incredible, an Ursula.
Yeah.
We have a gorilla,
Mad Hatter.
A
Miss
Mad
Mad
Hatter.
Hatter. Miss Mad Hatter.
and I'm trying to think who else is outside.
Baseball player?
There was a devil outside.
Devil.
A baseball player.
Caleb.
Uh,
No, that's the wrong one.
Just-
Boy.
wasn't there like a Queen of the Nile?
Gage
Yeah.
is a
Cleopatra?
A bog monster.
A bog monster.
There's a spider dog right by their phone.
Yes,
Yeah.
spider dog.
Spider dog.
Spider dog, spider dog. Does whatever spider dog does. Does the sweet
We have a
brother
Chippendale
does.
dog.
Yeah.
It is. That voice fits.
We got our Chippendale dog. That's Crowley with Crowley.
We have quite an assortment of scary and fun and kitty
Yeah.
and we and it is a prerequisite at our parties that you have to wear a costume.
Yeah, we always want to make sure everybody's dressed up because that's part of the fun of it.
Everybody's
He's completely prone right now.
It's so much fun. I mean,
It doesn't have to be a good costume.
it
No.
does not have to be a good costume, but it
Look
does
at
have to
him.
be a costume.
Hey, my costume was free, so whatever.
I think it's remarkable how many people we have dressed up and we have no quote sexy, like the manufactured
No.
sexy.
No.
We are sexy nothing in that.
Yeah.
Julie, put those away, God.
They're up. Your boobs have a life of their own.
I know, right? They're like lifesavers.
Well, except for the Chippendale dog, I guess.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not a
Sexy Dotson.
We have a gorilla. Your husband's a gorilla.
My husband is a gorilla, but I
Yep.
don't know where he went. He said
probably
he wasn't feeling so well.
He's probably hid in that room. There's a
If
Chippendale
you put
dog.
if you put the bow tie on the gorilla outfit, it might go work.
Okay, so I posed the question.
Okay.
What does everybody feel about that? For some reason this year, everybody's gotten into the whole notion of it's a kids' holiday. Adults shouldn't be dressing up. I've heard that a lot this year.
Okay, see, here's my thing. The reason we have our Halloween party is not just because we're adults and we want to have fun. We want somewhere safe for our kids to go and they can have fun and dress up and eat gross food and just be themselves and have fun.
And so they can wear the costume
And
for
so
more than
that they
15
can wear their
minutes.
costume for more than just,
Yeah.
Don't want to be.
They're lazy nowadays.
Like, I grew up like everybody walked house to house, like with
Yeah.
friends and stuff to go trick or treating. And around here, that just doesn't happen.
Yeah, around here you just don't go unless you know whose house you're going to.
Yeah,
You just-
Yeah, it's weird.
it's very different, even though we're in a small community.
and like
It's like everybody's lost trust in everybody.
my parents went with us, but they only let us go to the houses they thought looked nice enough.
Yeah.
but that at least we walked places and like I worry about like our kids' ability to like interact with strangers. If you can't even just like say trick or treat,
Yeah.
then and we're not allowing them to take that step, then what are we preventing them from learning? So
Well, nowadays there's so much stranger danger. You know, they warn kids to stay away from, people's houses that they don't know and things like that. Because
Don't talk to strangers.
Don't talk to strangers and things like that. But
that really started in the early '90s, though.
yeah, I grew up with
I mean, it took a while to gear up to what it's become, but
right.
Well, I mean, stranger was a big issue, but it's still everybody still trick or treated.
Yeah, I think they took it way to the extreme.
Yeah. The other thing is we don't teach people that you don't we don't teach the kids about the danger within their own families, and those are the people who are most likely to abduct children. It's not the other people, but people within a family. Over 85% of abductions are done by family members.
I'm not going to abduct any of your kids, okay?
Right?
And I think the number may actually be higher than that.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. It's mostly the people that you know.
Right.
And you trust. You trust them.
I feel like we put the emphasis in the wrong place when we say that we have to learn who to trust, but we're filtering out all these people and marking them as the bad guy.
Yeah.
And we do that as simply as their house isn't nice, so we're not going to go there and get trick-or-treating. I feel like it's a big issue, and it's more than just, man, it's changed. I don't like that. It's a societal issue, and it's bred from a fear that for some reason has grown up in this latest generation of parents, and I feel like it is just incredibly detrimental, and especially to the holiday, because the holiday is not it's not like it's sinister. Sinister because we celebrate the sinister or whatever.
Bowl of candy in case there's a kid that comes to my door and knocks. Always. I don't have any candy right now. I haven't got it yet.
Else you get tricked. Tricked you.
My parents now live in my grandmother's house, which is in the trick-or-treating area of town. It's where it's the older houses, and my grandmother's house, back whenever, before, they said it looks like a witch's house. So she played on that and would wear a witch's hat and come to the door, but she always made sure and have the good candy, not just pieces of chocolate, the nice chocolate, Kit Kats and Snickers and Reese's and my mom and dad, who were normally the let's buy the super cheap candy and hand out the pixie sticks and hard candies, and now because after my grandmother passed last year, it's become a thing that at her house they always give the good candy, because the good candy has always been there.
So that the reputation as a witch house is a little bit of that because there's a face on the tree in the front yard?
That might be part of it. And it has a name, which is worse.
There is a face that will stare at you from the street on their front lawn.
Weird.
But I think it's like someone said a minute ago. It seems to be generational.
Yeah.
It's as I was growing up, of course, I'm the old fart of the group.
Yes, you are. Old shit.
I know. My parents always took me trick-or-treating. Now, they weren't raised to do trick-or-treating and all that, but they let me and my sister dress up, and we went around house to house and whatever. But it's people of my generation aren't raising their kids to do this stuff, and I'm like, why? I mean, it's taking away from...
I think sometimes even if you want to take your kids trick-or-treating, so many people don't participate in it now.
Yeah.
There's only a few houses that you can go to that have their light on.
There's basically 2 streets you can take the kids down to go trick-or-treating.
Right.
So sad. And it's just because people don't have the candy at their house anymore. So even if those of us that do want to take our kids to go do that door-to-door type trick-or-treating, a lot of times unless you go to a certain neighborhood or you go to a certain spot, there's still only just a few houses that you can hit that actually have their light on.
Yeah.
There's about 4 on my mom and dad's block, but mom always insists on buying 3 or 4 bags of candy, so end up having a whole bunch of leftover candy when I come back to their house afterwards.
My parents always run out of candy because literally there are hundreds of children that come through that neighborhood. It really is the center area.
When I was growing up, and after my mom passed, I moved into the house. Me and Chad did, and it was one of the trick-or-treat streets, and I would go through pounds and pounds. I would buy like 25 pounds of candy, and by 9 o'clock I would be completely out. Sending my husband to the store to go buy more candy because I just can't tell a kid no. I mean, you know, you kind of like, I'll find something in my house to give you.
Right, and you know, a lot of people get mad when teenagers are out trick or treating.
No, teenagers.
You know what?
They're out getting candy, and they are not out doing drugs or drinking or raising hell or egging houses.
As long as they're not like, because they're.
We just took a bunch of meth. We need pixie sticks.
Right. We had a specific police officer that went around neighborhoods to check on the teenagers to make sure they weren't like, because some were accosting people and taking the bowl of candy and leaving.
Well, yeah, that's different. But I mean, if they're knocking at my door, I'm not going to turn them away and say, no, you can't have any candy. You're too old.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, if one of y'all came and knocked on my door, I'd give you candy. You know, like.
Shit, I don't ask. I just come in and take it.
I think my
And
senior,
those are the kind of people we're worried about.
I know, right? I'm the one. Sorry.
I think my senior year, we all dressed up and went out and sought out the bullies that were trying to take the little kids' candy. We were like, come here.
Yeah.
No, give me your candy.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
We weren't like taking their candy, but you know, we were like, stop picking on the little kids. They earned that. They went up, they knocked on the door, and
So for all the parents in the room, is the mom and dad tax on the trick or treat candy a thing?
It's 4%.
Well, actually, in my house, there are things that I really like I'm kind of a Tootsie Roll-aholic. I mean, like Dad.
Snickers.
And Charlie brings me all the Tootsie Rolls. I mean, not because he doesn't like them, but because he just knows that I like them, so he brings them to me. We had the fall festival. He brought me like handfuls of Tootsie Rolls. You know, I mean, and while we were at the fall festival, the only
Dump it into one big bowl. And then, so anything I got, I had to share with my sister. So by the time I want another piece of candy, they've already eaten the whole thing. Like,
well,
so don't do that to your children. It's mean.
It's like a tip jar at Sonic.
I had the one. And so we do put it all in a bowl. Well, I cleaned out my pantry a couple of months ago, and I found Halloween candy from last year, and I'm like, yeah, this has got to go. Chunk that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of combine our kids' candy. I'll be honest, we do that. But we don't, you know, it's oftentimes they'll ask if they can have a piece of candy, and we let them both choose at the same time.
yeah.
So it's not them just going, oh, I think I want a piece of candy, and go and grab one. They have to actually put it up or they can't reach it.
Yeah. No, my parents
Top
took
the
the candy.
refrigerator. I know where the good stuff is.
That's where it ended up after I threw a fit. And then if we wanted it, we had to ask, and they would bring it to us. But originally, it was like where everybody could get it. And my sisters really would eat all of it.
I remember my parents going through the candy, looking and making sure it was all safe.
Yeah, my parents did that.
Yeah, we did that as we put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't
And I
put
will
chocolate
tell you,
up.
and I will tell you, after watching several documentaries, that was never a thing.
No.
And it all stemmed from a man in Texas, and I can't remember the town because my brain has.
Houston.
Is it Houston? I've had a few drinks.
Dublin.
Yeah. Anyways, he was accused of tainting pixie sticks and giving them to his children, and he murdered his children. And he would have murdered the neighbor's children had, you know. But, and that really did happen.
Yep.
He really did do this. But then all of a sudden it was like, well, there's razor blades in the candy, and then there's poison in this, and there's, you know what I mean? But it's never really been a thing, you know? I mean, I
I'm
guess
sure there are people
anything
out there
that's...
that have done stuff like that.
If we go through the scientist has syphilis.
Well,
That's why
okay.
she's mad.
I keep it in a jar.
But I don't think there's ever been an actual documented case of like razors and apples.
There has not.
I mean, how you gonna get a razor in an apple without it being seen?
The last time I heard anything about it, there has not been actually any reported
No,
cases.
there's never been any reported cases. And everybody's like, oh, well, I heard this, and this happened in my community. Well, it's because it's hearsay, and no, it did not happen.
It's also an excuse for parents to steal their kids' candy.
That's true.
Taste test.
Whenever I was younger, I grew up in a middle-class neighborhood in Fort Worth, and we went street by street. We had tons of streets, and we literally had kids or people that would pass out big candy bars.
Yeah.
I mean, we would go like 2 or 3 streets and come home with buckets of candy, and we'd have to go home because we had no more room in our buckets, but my cousins would all come over, and it was a good time. My mom, there's 3 of us, my older brother, me, and my younger brother. And we all dumped our candy on the table, and Mom would go through it, put the chocolate in a bowl so we could put it in the refrigerator, and then put the rest of it on top of the refrigerator, and we shared.
Refrigerator chocolate.
I know, I like my melty.
Me too. I would set mine out or hold it in my hand.
Yeah, exactly.
But my mom, they always like to keep it in the refrigerator. I don't know why. But all of our chocolate always went in the refrigerator. And they would put, like, at Christmas time, this is totally off subject, but they would put, at Christmas time, they would put the chocolate in the refrigerator too. In the freezer. And I was like, those little chocolate Santas. Yeah, you're going to love those things.
The what?
Chocolate Santas.
Well, see, that way, when you go to open it, the chocolate doesn't all stick to the wrapper. You're trying to lick it off.
Why is that I like it when it's nice.
I like it soft, not melty, but soft. So
I like it like I'm one of those people. I don't like chew it and like swallow it. I like to melt.
Suck on it.
I Dove chocolate. Just let it melt.
Oh yeah. My mom used to buy ice cream and I would sneak them out of her.
Oh yeah.
So what was the ideal trick-or-treat candy when you were a kid? Like what did you really want to get in your pail?
I love Twizzlers, but I am a Twizzler person.
Yes, you are.
I love Twizzlers.
I'm fat, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I just wanted chocolate. Anything chocolate was wonderful.
I liked 3 things: the Reese's, 3 Musketeers, Milky Way, not 3 Musketeers, and other one was it was Dum Dums. I love suckers.
I liked the gum suckers.
Paul, you're a low man.
I was going to say, hence the marriage.
I can't believe a girl said that too.
You know the candy I hated was that little black and orange.
I love those.
Taffy. I hated those.
I
And
don't
those
enjoy
people
taffy.
would like totally get on
I
there.
would say, because usually you can't find them except for during Halloween.
Welcome to the new age. We can get everything online.
I found a wife on that.
Right?
Those poor mom and pop stores, they don't stand a chance because of
Not against Amazon.
Quick, put a lot of little buttons in your house that'll just order from us.
Yeah.
Those the other day because I was like, what the hell is this?
Oh, the Amazon dash
You
button?
just push the button and it orders it for you. I'm like,
Yeah.
the what?
why?
The
And it was like random shit, like
Gatorade
Gatorade
or
or
battery.
battery.
Are you putting on the refrigerator?
You just push it. It's like
No, it's the dash button on Amazon.
and it automatically orders it for you.
Oh.
Imagine
Yeah.
how awful that would be if your 2-year-old got a hold of it.
I know, right? That's why you put a password on
We
your
got 50 boxes of Tide.
So what's the one thing you don't want to get when you go trick or treating?
Those black and orange. I hate those.
Whenever I was a kid, the big thing that had just come out was SpongeBob, and
Oh, the Krabby Patty. The gummy Krabby Patties.
I love Krabby Patties. Those are awful.
The gummy Krabby Patties. They're horrible.
those are now
like
and
the
later.
pink
I don't
one.
like now and later.
The only reason I dislike the Krabby Patties is because they're kind of powdery on the outside of them.
Yeah.
That's cocaine.
So, because we got a whole bunch of different age groups, I still remember getting candy cigarettes for Halloween.
Like blow and like smoke would come out of it. Oh my god, that
Powdered
was
sugar on the inside.
Those are amazing.
Not like that.
Yeah, y'all had the new improved candies, but
They had
I
like
like
Supermans
the
on
old.
them. They had like the ones that you probably got were like Superman, Batman. Look, we
not like the ones that look like
they look like
they
like cigarette.
Yeah,
Paint
and
the
at the
cigarette
end was
pack,
red.
but they
They're all powdery and white. And
They were
Yeah,
powdered
they
sugar.
shoot at the end.
it was like sugar and talcum powder as a candy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe not embarrassed. Like it was just
They were so fun.
the little stick, And I love them. Don't get me wrong. But
I like the ones with the gum in the middle, the candy cigarettes with the gum.
Oh,
We had a gas station right by my cousin's house, and we always walked down there. Like, they lived on a main road, and we would always walk over to this gas station, and they sold the ones with the gum, and I was like, oh. And I'd be like out there thinking I was all cool.
I remember when I was
I'm
really
like, okay, my
little,
gum.
it was right after they had banned candy cigarettes. But these companies are still trying to get rid of their old stock.
Yep.
So they would take the same boxes and then cover them with a sticker and then sell it. Because then it's not a cigarette. And so that's what we got.
I'm trying to
them.
think, what was the one thing?
Come get some fresh candy sticks.
Yeah, I say you can
They
still find it.
They always had Yogi Bear on
Monica,
them.
what was something that we got when
Hey,
we
boom,
were kids
boom.
that you guys absolutely loved? Like that would they don't do anymore. Like something they don't do anymore. I'm trying to think.
The cutest little bubble.
Something they don't do.
Candy cigarettes. I mean, that's one they don't do anymore.
Oh, you know what
You
one
can still
that I
find
hated
candy
to see,
sticks.
but I loved it secretly were the little bottles. Were the little wax bottles. Do y'all remember getting those?
Oh,
wax
wax
bottles?
inside of it.
And you hated getting
Not the
those,
wax
but then
bottles, like
secretly you were like in
toilet
there,
paper and
like
syrup.
biting you know, like crack in there. You're like,
Or those plastic candy lips.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
one.
yes.
I love those. And the eyeballs, I was like, I got mine! I'm so excited! Mom, I was like, you're a cracker back jogging.
Cracker Barrel dog?
Cracker Barrel dog?
Remember the cracker box?
Cracker
But they
Cracker
also
Jacks.
had really good stuff.
Really
in
good
them.
prizes
Cracker
inside?
Jacks.
Yeah, but they actually use stuff in there.
Yes.
That's like everybody says, did you get your license from a Cracker Jack box? Yeah, that's why they say
They used to
that.
have really good stuff in there. Now they cut.
Like little stickers
Yeah.
or little tattoos.
Now there's nothing really special with the candy because now your kids aren't dumping it out going, look what I got! You know,
So-
like the candy cigarettes or the...
Any card collectors in the room? Anybody cut their teeth on the gum that came in the package?
I love the baseball gum.
It was so
Talking
hard.
about weird things you get trick or treating. I just saw this article because I was looking up to see if there were any actual cases of razor blades and stuff being in the candy. A trick or treater in Fayetteville, Arkansas, reported.
where is that block? I need to go there now.
Oh, it's only about 5.5 hours south.
We got these little kits where we had this one house. We always hated going there. But they always had the creepiest decorations. Like, they would have this guy out there trying to scare you. I mean, it was an awesome house. But they gave the shittiest stuff. It would have this little bag and it had like an apple, an orange, a little toothbrush, a little dental floss. I was like, I think
It's
they
the
did
dentist
it.
house. That's what it is.
I really think they were, but I don't know. We were always like, man, Mom, do we have to go? And they're like, yes, you need a new toothbrush. That's true. They never do toothbrush. You get a trick or treat for them. It's like a new travel toothbrush for weirdos because it's like this big. It was that one that, you know, you get the little box and it comes in, you gotta put it on there so you can use it.
Your brother your
like
brother
the
sneaks up behind you. You end up choking on the toothbrush.
Okay, so I looked it up, and this group did a study back in 2015. They only found 19 cases that were actually proven to have candy that was tampered with.
Tampered with, but it doesn't say how.
That's your
Yes.
gummy.
They had
Gummies are hard.
potentially dangerous foreign objects hidden in candy,
That's an
such
ear.
as needles, pills, and razor blades.
That's when you go to the meth heads. You never go to the meth heads.
Right.
When I was a kid, like
But
the big scary.
let's see, and they actually have a map on here.
Everyone fun Halloween.
Yeah, when I was a kid, they were always really afraid that people were gonna put like drugs in the candy to get kids hooked on drugs. Like that was what everybody talked about.
Oh,
And most of the cases were in Philadelphia and New York. They had 12 cases.
See?
Not Detroit?
Yeah, that's where I'd expect it.
No one gives out candy in Detroit.
No one gives anywhere in Detroit.
Devil's Night. Isn't it called Devil's Night?
That's the night before Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question to pose to everyone.
Uh-oh.
Growing up as a kid, because we're talking about back when we were
Posting it on
kids.
Facebook?
No. Back when you were a kid, what was your favorite Halloween costume that you got to dress up as? Because I know each of us had a favorite costume that we got to be one year. And mine, I'll start off, mine was Rainbow Bright. I got to be Rainbow Bright one year, and I had the leggings, and I had the skirt, and this is going old school because I was an 80s kid. But, yeah, I mean, like, I see pictures of that, and I was like, that was the most awesome costume ever, so. What was your next?
I think we said it on a previous podcast. Terminator 2, whenever it came out, I had the appliance mask that had like this face putty that melted into your face, and it had a light up red eye that I was able to control in the pocket. I used it 2 years in a row.
I had two. First of all, when you look at me, I have bright red hair now, but as a child, I had cotton white hair that came down to my shoulders. And so one year, it was really long then, but one year I was Little Bo Peep, and I loved that one. But my favorite was Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, because I had the bright blue eyes, cotton white hair, and just the right shape. And I even had the little band to put my hair back, and I looked like Alice. It was very convincing.
So you came from the Village of the Damned?
Yes.
Children of the Corn.
All right,
My grandmother made that one.
It's hard to remember because I stopped trick-or-treating pretty young because we lived in the middle of nowhere after I was 7 and didn't have a lot of money to go places and go to a town to have fun. I can only really remember maybe being a Power Ranger and Pocahontas.
What color?
So
I was Pocahontas too.
probably the stereotypical pink back then, so. But like I said, I don't really remember any other costumes at all. I had a couple. Yeah. No, you can't have that one, baby.
Toddlers and tequila. Woo!
No toddlers and tequila. Okay, so. One year when I was, I think I was probably a freshman, I went to a costume party and I got to be a barmaid. And I don't mean like a sexy coyote ugly. I mean full on saloon girl with the boobs hanging out and the petticoat and the short, and I mean it was amazing.
Well, how did you get boobs hanging out, girl?
I had some boobs in high school.
She did.
I had a few.
She did.
I did.
Did you say she had a few?
Yeah. Guys, sorry. I was total recall for a while.
You have a third one?
I'm just picturing 6.
I am not the cat.
I'm a wolf barmaid.
Would you like some milk with that?
The one that's okay. I also have one that is set in my mind, and it scared me, but I had fun doing it. But I was a clown, and if anybody wants to see the picture, it's in the hall. Yeah, and it was one of those that I was like, oh god, I gotta be a clown. But then secretly you're like, awesome. And it wasn't just the plastic mask clown. It was face paint and everything. So. Team.
I would have to be Jason Voorhees.
Ooh, that's a bit of
Which version?
The original.
Oh.
Okay.
You were
bag on
you
it?
were
Yeah.
No.
The original?
The original Jason Voorhees.
You said the original. The original is Mrs. Voorhees.
I said Jason Voorhees.
But the original
So you were a
Jason
little
had
drowned
bag on the
kid?
head, right?
Mrs. Voorhees.
You were a little drowned kid that came up out of the water?
The same thing with Belle, because I was out there.
So did you talk down to the Walmart Little Mermaids that year?
No, yes, I
You're not the real Ariel. I'm the real one.
got mine from the Disney store.
I'm Manhattan. Ariel.
I was so excited because my mom always
To your
got her
Bronx
costumes
area.
from Walmart, and I was like, oh, I really want this one. And she's like, I don't know, baby. We're gonna go to Walmart and get you one. I was like, oh, okay. And sure enough, I was like, Mom, when are we gonna go get my costume? And she goes, oh, this one. I was like,
It cost like $3 or something. Like they were really not expensive.
yeah, no. But then we had that rubber. Yeah, that rubber. Oh my god, it hurt your hair. Like I was like, Mom, because it's all like plastic to your head. When you take it off, you have all the indentions.
So if you got past the plastic, what was your favorite?
Yeah, so when I got older, probably my favorite one I've done so far is Pinhead from Hellraiser.
There you go. There you go. Well, okay, so
something we dressed our
something you
kids
dressed
as.
your kids as that was like your favorite thing.
Hey, I
that you would not. Your child now would be like looks at pictures and goes, "Really?"
Yeah, mine are still really young, so I'm still trying stuff out. But we do
No,
have.
the favorite one where our child was
So far, it's
dressed
the
up
vampire.
is when you were still pregnant.
Oh yeah, I did announce my pregnancy with my
I remember.
At a
first
Halloween
child.
party.
I
Yes,
do
I
remember.
remember.
My first child.
That was just
That would be
Yeah, that would be you. I was dressed up as a pregnant angel. Like I had those Santa belly.
I was dressed up as the devil.
And he was dressed up as the devil. Well, the next year, whenever she was, she was with us, we actually had her dressed in an angel outfit with horns. So she, like we did the costume, again, kind of with
Got
her.
it.
So, but since we had both girls, we have two girls. One's now 6 and one is 3. I guess my favorite one was whenever we dressed one of them as a little monster, like a little dragon. That was our baby. And then the other one was dressed up as a princess. So we had the princess and the dragon.
I was a princess.
You were the princess.
Yeah.
My little sister was the dragon.
I don't know, Krista, what's one of the favorite costumes we put you in as a kid?
No,
Good
what's
thing
one
you
of
said it
your
right when she
favorites
was
that you
mouthing
put
it.
I never got to choose. It was never my choice.
No, ma'am. Mine is Weston. He was a monkey. He was like a little fat baby.
Oh my
like,
god, that was my favorite for Charlie too.
Weston was a monkey, and like he looked like a little chunky monkey, and I loved it. And then Chloe was a butterfly princess when she was a baby, and she was so tiny that she was like this little petite little baby with her little pigtails. She looked so cute.
I think my favorite for Charlie was the monkey and that kid wore that costume. And
My kids like to dress together, and it's only happened twice. One year they were pirates together, and last year they were skeleton somethings together, and they never want to.
Yeah. He remembers.
Yeah, but I like it when they dress alike. They never want to. I'm always like, can't y'all be like Pebbles and Bam Bam or something? Like, they never want
You
to.
don't want to do Pebbles and Bam Bam for your children.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause they hooked up later.
We're not from Arkansas, sorry.
You might as well just put them up as riffraff in Columbia. Or
Hey, it's alright.
Magenta.
For my
Magenta.
youngest
Come on, Mike,
daughter,
get it right.
for my older daughter, it was when she was 2. She was a little black cat, and she was just so cute. I just want to pinch her cheeks, and she was just so cute. And then Shelby, her favorite costume.
No, your favorite.
Oh wait, my favorite for her. I think we dressed her up as a pumpkin. She wore like a little pumpkin outfit when she was
We never did the pumpkin with Charlie. He was too skinny.
Shelby was a big old fat pumpkin thing, so we put her in a pumpkin. We never did the pumpkin thing either.
I think Charlie was a dragon one year, and he was a turtle, and we did animal costumes. I mean, because, when you have little kids, animal costumes are easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one to steal his helmet from last year's costume.
I think there was a number of years that ours got made witches, like every year.
Oh yeah.
There's been several years that my child has been a Star Wars character. Always a clone trooper. Never knew why he didn't want to be a Jedi. Never knew why he didn't want to be
Want to be a clone trooper.
He wanted to be a clone trooper. And all the different ones. He's
Yep.
got one that makes him look like he's got on a suit from the KKK, which is the snow trooper one.
The snow trooper.
It'll get you every time. And so this year, he went pretty normal costume. Not
Yeah.
even really a The video game, he was a commando.
He was running around in his underwear almost all night.
Yeah. Well, not
Like
technically
thermals,
underwear,
not just like
thermals. He's
tidy
not-
whities or something.
Tidy whities, no. But
I don't know. I kind of liked it one year where Kristen decided she wanted to be Gene Simmons.
oh, that's all. I remember that. I didn't know. I don't know this one.
That was the year we moved to Austin. Huh?
I was talking to him.
Oh.
I told him to stop.
People on Facebook are listening to you right now.
Yeah, going, yeah, this is what I have to deal with on a daily basis. I cannot have a conversation.
But this year, this one got to be a little vampirist.
Yeah. Yay. Little
It looks
bit.
good.
That's
It's a
one of
good
my favorites
costume.
is Michaela as Batgirl.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
that
fun.
was a good one.
Oh,
And that's it. That's the show for you. No.
He's playing Mario, people. You
No,
don't know
look
that,
for
then you're too old.
old pictures to find the Halloween ones.
One of our favorite things to do as a group is we like food. And we like to make food as entertaining as possible at
Yes.
events like this. So some of the fun things that we've done, like last year we had fried rats. We did, which were jalapeno poppers that were deep fried.
They were
We did intestines last year. We've done the
Siamese
meatloaf
baby
babies.
meatloaf.
Yes. This year we did some Rice Krispie treats that look
They look like
very
poop.
much like poop.
They look like turds with corn.
Candy corn.
Candy corn.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had what
Pizza
else?
skulls.
The pizza skulls. Yes.
We had rotten eggs.
Yep.
We did deviled eggs, and it looked kind of like balut.
Yeah.
Yep.
If anybody you know who
If
that
they
what that is.
kind of look like frogs.
Yeah.
They kind of looked rotten.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But they taste delicious.
We had black punch
Black
this
punch.
year, which is always good. We have it. It's kind of our go-to for the children. They love it.
Oh, the adults love it too.
Yeah,
I think I'm on my 4th class.
At least it doesn't have tequila in it this time.
I don't know.
Hey, Mike. I don't know.
I can't promise that. Just trying to give you guys a visual of some of the things that we do here
You will see
with
some of the
ours.
pictures on the Fear Central page.
Yep.
Yes. The decorations are amazing. I did not get to help, but congrats to you guys. They do look very great. I especially like the crates with the hands sticking up. That was a really good touch. I really like that part.
I like the pool.
Yeah,
We have
pool
a
of dead
big
bodies.
pool, and we have Daddy Parts.
Daddy parts.
Dead body parts.
I don't remember putting any daddy parts in there.
No, it's Irish.
Oh,
Don't put Daddy parts in there.
It has some mannequin heads and some bones and some eyeballs. It's fun.
Skulls.
Skulls. We kind of go all out. We have fun, but it's a fun, safe place for our kids to be.
Exactly.
And they invite their friends, and they come and hey, babe, what are you doing?
Oh, look. The monkey rose.
I got to run.
the girl is awake.
I gotta rise out of my monkey.
Much more tequila. That's the only rise you're going to be getting tonight.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm done.
I'm done.
But 2 years ago, we had a meat man.
We did have a meat
Yes.
man that we hacked into this poor fellow.
So comment some of your favorite spooky, crazy foods that you like to make
Yes,
on
give us some
Facebook.
ideas.
Leave us, give us some ideas for next year.
We don't want no copy and pasting from Pinterest.
No,
No,
you
no
have to
copy paste.
actually do it.
Yeah.
Come up with your own original things.
There's no such thing as originality.
Yes, there is.
Just individuality.
Look at all of us. We're all kind of original.
Says the board. No, I'm kidding.
Says the board.
Yeah, but
We are all original.
Luckily, there's only one of me because I don't know that we could live with two of me.
Dude, you're like a bachelor party here.
Hell no! I love it.
But yeah, give us some ideas, some pictures of what y'all do with y'all's party, and costumes and food and all that kind of stuff. You can always do that on our Instagram, our Facebook, and our Twitter. Is that all? Is that all we have?
Google.
Actually, we also have a Tumblr, but I don't
We
know.
do?
Yeah.
What about all the 19,000 places they can listen to the show?
Yes, all the 19,000 places.
Google Play. They can
That's right.
get us on Google Play.
Or you can subscribe through iTunes,
Yeah.
podcast.com, Spreaker. That's the 5 places, right? iTunes, Google Play. I gotta count it now. We got so many places now. iTunes, Google Play, Spreaker, podcasts, iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
Nope, I haven't figured that one out yet.
You should do that.
But just as we told y'all last week, if you have an Amazon Alexa, you can listen to us through there. All you need to do is go to Amazon and download the Spreaker radio app and activate that, and then you can just...
You can say, Alexa, play Fear Central.
And there we go. We're
And there
there.
you go. Activate someone's Alexa.
Yes!
Somebody. Yes!
That's awesome.
And then, as we've mentioned before, for as little as
Fear Central is a product of Thoughtbox Studios. Copyright 2017. For more information, visit thoughtboxstudios.com.